Hello, hello. Welcome to the sprints. Let's give YouTube a little bit before it wakes up and actually connects it to other people, because I know that it always takes a while. But welcome to Thursday night sprints. Let me know how are you doing and what are you planning to do tonight. I just came home from the office and I managed to cook dinner before sprints, so that's amazing. I just took it out of the oven and yeah, I made the sweet potato loaded fries again. But this time I did a variation, so instead of grated cheese, I used sliced cheese. So yeah, we will see how I will like it. But yeah, it is a recipe that I basically make all of the time now. So yeah, after the introductory chatty bit, I will eat my dinner, which I'm very much looking forward to, because yeah, I was getting so hungry at the office and I ran out of snacks, so that wasn't great. But yeah, it's all good now. Hello, Kitty. How are you? I'm gonna start reading Sorcery of Thorns, but also shower and dinner and stuff. Very nice. Yeah, that is on my TBR, but only the theoretical one. I don't own it, and I haven't read anything by the author still. And I think this book is available like at my favorite secondhand online bookstore, but it's not very cheap. So yeah, it would have to be much cheaper for me to actually get it. So yeah, I hope you will start enjoying it. Once you start it, feel free to share initial thoughts once you do. Hello, Jen. Working today. It's 1 p.m. EST for me, listening to the unmaking of June Pharaoh while I work. Have about 3 hours left. Yay, only 3 hours left. I hope it goes by quickly. And yeah, I haven't heard of unmaking of June Pharaoh, I don't think. Are you enjoying it? I have read Enchantment of Ravens and really liked it, so I am very hopeful. Yeah. I have heard amazing things about Sorcery of Thorns, actually, and about the author in general. So, yeah, I think it's promising. So, I'm currently reading 2 books. I am reading a library book, which, like, good job me, actually reading my library books. And it is I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. This is supposed to be inverted, isn't it? Because like when I reinstalled Windows, it like reverted a lot of my setting weirdly, like even on even like inside of StreamYard, because apparently it was stored in the browser and not in my account. So that is weird. I mean, I guess when I mirror it, yeah, I don't know. This way it's not inverted, but yeah, I'm not also like showing stuff there often, but I guess we can have it like this. So yeah, this book. It's like an corporate office drama. So yeah, I just started. I read like 2 chapters, and so we follow this woman who is in this dead-end, mind-numbing job, which like I was like maybe it might be like too close to home. Like I don't know how much I want to read about corporate offices in my free time, but also like it might be fun. So yeah, she hates her coworkers, and she's been doing this thing that like when she writes emails to her colleagues, she like writes like a super polite email, you know, and then like she adds some mean message and she does it in white font, which like that is like evil and brilliant. So yeah, she's been doing it for quite some time, But now, like one time she actually forgot to change the color of the font to white, so it was visible. So now she like was called to an HR meeting, and yeah, they are doing something to her computer, like to monitor her more. And weirdly, the synopsis says that it's going to grant her access to the emails of the colleagues, also the private messages, which like if you're sending like private messages or like something you wouldn't want the company to read in like Teams, you shouldn't. And yeah, something is going to come out of that, and I have no idea where it's going to go. And so far the tone is like so like depressing because like yeah, she hates the job and she hates the people she works with, and but also like I guess she doesn't want to leave. She might not have like the energy to find something new or whatever. And yeah, she's also like daughter of immigrant parents, I think. So that's like another layer to it. But yeah, I'm quite intrigued about this. So yeah, I only read 2 chapters, but yeah, very curious where it's going to go. And then I'm also listening to an audiobook. So I started the Britney Spears memoir, The Woman in Me, which I suspect will be a hard-hitting read. Like I barely know like the surface level, like what was happening to her in the last few decades. So yeah, I don't know that much, but I know that it's going to be a tough read. But yeah, I also only started that, and I'm like a couple of chapters in. So yeah, I might make some progress tonight. We will see. The cover book, yeah, I think it is correct. Like we can see the cover fine. Okay, well now it's mirrored, and yeah, I think it's fine. And like yeah, now when I show something, you can actually read it, which is nice. Hello, Lila. I will start with doing the dishes and prepare some food. I hope to read Chasing Eternity later. Very nice. I also don't know what that is. Like lately, I feel like I'm not familiar like with most of the book titles I hear. I'm not gonna read the terrible book. I've been reading the last 2 sprints. Decided to read some more comforting read. My brain is fried. All in preparation for magical readathon. My character still needs a guild. Yeah, I actually did that yesterday. I got into a hyper-focus hole yesterday for a couple of hours. And yeah, I figured out most of the things I need, I guess. Well, I'm only doing the basics because, yeah, it will be my first time joining the magical readathon since 2020. So since I've never done the new format, I don't know anything about the world, but I kind of made a character, I guess. I don't really feel like doing that much. Like I don't really like that stuff much, like creating a whole character and blah blah blah. But yeah, I kind of came up with a character. I guess she's an elf. Like the stuff put together doesn't really make much sense, but it's okay. I was just like, an elf sounds nice, so she might be an elf. And I think I'm going for the bard career, the musician, which is one of the new careers. And yeah, I was trying to fit the prompts for magical readathon and the disability readathon, and it was a whole thing. Because like yeah, so like the majority of books I'm going to read for magical readathon will be like by disabled authors, and then there are some that don't match with the other readathon, but yeah, it's fine. I also ordered a lot of books, but it's also fine because those are books that I've either been wanting to read for a long time. Like I finally ordered like Disability Visibility, which I've been wanting to read for a very long time. And like from the newer ones that I just heard about, but I just have to have it, apparently, is The Death of the Author by Anna de Ografor. Also ordered the pretty edition. And yeah, she's a disabled author, and the book has disability rep. So works are great. But yeah, I will make a TBR video at some point. Hopefully sooner than later. I should probably do it this weekend because I'm away next weekend. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I should really do that this weekend. But yeah, and the guild. Oh yeah, the guild. I did a test, and I had like 2 guilds. There were 5 questions. 2 of the guilds I got 2 points for. So basically, I then could choose which I want to do. So I got the most points for the House of the Arcane and the Crescent one, and I ended up going for the Arcane one, which maybe it doesn't make much sense that it's like Arcane and then it's a bard and it's an elf. Like in my mind, it's a little bit disjointed, but yeah, I mainly just wanted to pick a career and do the prompt, because that's the part I'm already familiar with. Like even though the subjects and the careers are a little bit different, but I know that system. So I just want to read the books and fulfill the prompts. And yeah, I probably won't. And yeah, it's kind of like depends on how I will feel during the month, like how much extra stuff I will want to do. But I got the basics, so I'm glad. It's kind of crazy that like I barely participated in any readathons for like years. Last year I did one, and now like I'm jumping into next month like participating in 2. But it's going to be all right. Like yeah, I mainly like I want to have fun with it. It definitely shouldn't be like adding any stress. And yeah, I think the Magical Readathon, even though it's so complex and so big, like I love G, and she has this calm vibe, and yeah, all the like sprints and everything are so magical. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. And the Disability Readathon is also like pretty chill. Like it's nothing like stress inducing. So yeah. With one of my colleagues, we constantly send each other cat content. Nice. Yeah. Like sometimes it can be a bit yeah, I try to not send like certain stuff through Teams, and like I don't mean like not safe for work stuff. But yeah, memes also. I really like the Britney Spears memoir, but it definitely reads like there's a ghostwriter, which there was, but still. Yeah, I'm listening to the audiobook, and like I'm not sure about the narrator. Like it seems that like the narration is going to be quite kind of dramatic, even though like we were at parts that were just like talking about her childhood. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to click with the narration. But yeah, with the ghostwriter, like if it means it's better written, then yeah, maybe it's not a bad thing. Because yeah, when people say that like they don't want to like rate or review memoirs because it's someone's life, I think that yes, but like it's still a book that they put out, and it should be in some quality. And like obviously like not all like celebrities necessarily like have the writing skills, because they have other skills. So but yeah, there can be definitely some like pitfalls with ghostwriters, I guess. But I might be biased because I'm a big Britney Spears fan. Yeah, I really like her. I'm not like a super fan. Like obviously it's like nostalgic. It is part of my childhood, and like I was like so obsessed with Toxic, and like I adore that song like to this day. And but yeah, I'm not like super familiar with like all of her albums, but yeah, I really like her. So and I think her story is probably, I mean, definitely like it's an important story to tell and for us to hear. So yeah, it's the finale to young adult fantasy time travel trilogy. First book is called Stealing Infinity. Okay, sounds good. For audiobook, I would recommend Sitting Pretty. It was really good. Yeah, I almost bought that in physical. And I think for my audiobook, like I still have Audible. Still have like some credits there probably. And I want to get the Disability Readathon book club book, or like what's it called? Like I don't know. Just the the book that everyone in the readathon is going to be reading if they want. And that's the Anti-Ableist Manifesto. So I probably get that on audio. But yeah, if I have some extra credit or I find it elsewhere, I might listen to it on audio. I thought I would get it physically, but yeah, we will see. But it's definitely been on my radar. House of the Arcane Rules, welcome. Yay! I'm glad we're in the same one. But yeah. Yeah. I'm curious, like, how much the teams play a role. Because, like, last year when I did the Amazing Readathon, there were teams. And it was, like, super competitive. So it became a little bit stressful because I couldn't keep up with the pace. But yeah, I think this one is like less competitive, right? Like we just have our little groups, and I guess like it's a little bit of a competition of like which team gets like more pages or more books, but we're all in it together, kind of. Hello, Natalie. How are you doing? Buddy read. Of what? Oh yeah, buddy read. Well, I don't know that they call it a buddy read. I think they call it like a group book, something like that. But yeah, could be a buddy read. But yeah, I was searching for a different phrase. I just got home from work. It was a long day, but good. Probably gonna take a nap first. Totally understandable. Yeah, I also had a long day. I just was struggling at work. But yeah, then it ended. There is a house that wins usually, and that is mostly for guild points, but it's also for those sprints, games, and stuff. Okay. And there are buddy read books for the guilds. Oh yeah, I saw that. It will really depend on which one wins. I think we have like Game of Thrones. Absolutely not. I DNF'd that. Well, I mean, I watched the whole series, but then I started like around the time, like 2013. I tried to read the first book, DNF'd it, and I have no desire to ever come back to the series. Then there's The Prior of the Orange Tree, which I wasn't interested in, but is it sapphic, right? So I might read it. And then there's the one. Is there like a one by the author of Sword of Kaigen? Is it the same author? And oh yeah, and there's the House Moving Castle, which I could read. I've seen the movie, but I haven't read it. But yeah, I kind of have like a similar book already on my April TBR. But yeah, I also have some heavy reads and nonfiction reads on my Able TBR, so it could be nice to have like something nice and easy. But there's also stuff where everyone works together, like for the total page and book count, where we try to beat last year's numbers. And the dragons. Oh yeah, I remember that from the announcement video. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot, but I also like that it can be kind of low key. Like, I guess it depends on how you do it. Like, you can either do it low key or you can do all of the stuff. And yeah, that I find great. But anyway, I want to go eat my dinner. So let's go into the first sprint and let's do 45 minutes. And yeah, good luck with your reading or napping or anything else you're going to be doing. And I will talk to you in 45. Hello, how was your sprint? What did you do? So, I had my dinner and it was so scrumptious. So, yeah, again, I had the sweet potato loaded fries. So, I just cut up sweet potato fries, season them, bake them, and then for the last 5 minutes, I add black beans and cheese. And usually I use shredded cheese, vegan one actually, because I like it. I like that. Like I found one that I really like that is like almond based, and that's like in the recipe. But today I used sliced cheese, and it was so good. Oh my god! And yeah, also usually it's 2 big portions, and today it was 1 big portion because, like, I order groceries online. Some of you know my online groceries stories. But yeah, I usually order like if I order like 2 sweet potatoes, like I don't have any control about like how big they're going to be. So sometimes they're tiny and sometimes they're huge. So yeah, this time it was only 1 big portion and I ate it all and it was amazing. And I watched Kitty's TBR video for the Magical Eaton, which was super fun, and you should go watch it as well. In the sprint. So yeah, I did that, and then I also leafed through the book that I got today. So I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. Hello, Barbara. Just joined after a super long 3.5-hour call with a colleague. Should have been 1 hour, but oh well. Gonna get something to eat and then continue working. That is insane. Like, did you have breaks? Because I would totally be like, I'm sorry, I have to pee every 60 minutes. Like, no way we are going like 3.5 hours. Like, that's insane. But I hope it was like productive and something came out of it, because we all know how like nothing sometimes like meetings or call can be. It's just like jabber, 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 and like, nothing gets resolved. So I hope you resolve something during 3.5 hours. That's a lot. Yeah, hope you enjoy eating break, and yeah, welcome. I put my potatoes in the oven. I mean, amazing. That's very important step. Had some dinner, bulgur with paprika, onion, tomato, and chickpea. It was nice. Also read 3 chapters halfway through the book. Oh yeah, the meal sounds so nice. I used to quite like bulgur. Now I can't eat wheat bulgur, but bulgur, my god. But yeah, there are also kind of some gluten-free substitutes, even though I don't think I've had like gluten-free bulgur. But yeah, sounds really nice, and yeah, good job reading 3 chapters. I watched a show. It was the last episode of a short series and really good. So I'm happy, but not necessarily rested yet. Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Sounds good. I currently have Netflix on pause. So yeah, taking a break from Netflix so that I save some money. And yeah, I like, apart from like rewatching Gilmore Girls, I wasn't in the middle of anything, but I actually want to watch Valerie, the Spanish show. I don't know much about it, but it's in Spanish, set in Spain. So, good for me to watch for learning purposes. And then like once the new season of Selling Sunset comes, I will be getting Netflix again. I also have this one colleague where every conversation is at least 90 minutes, even if we have nothing important to discuss. Yep. Every office has them. Yeah. Like some people just really like listening to themselves. Like I saw a meme that was like, that like some of the people should just start a podcast, because like they like talking so much and listening to themselves, and then it leads to like super long meetings. Had a shower, now preparing dinner. Nice. No breaks. Yeah. I would refuse. it turned into more of a workshop, so it was okay. Always more questions than answers. Okay. Were you like the one who was being taught, or were you the teacher? I was able to schedule my sprints for Saturday and listen to a chapter and a half. I'm at 57% currently. Very nice. Are you into sprints spreadsheet? Because that's how I don't forget things, you know. Saturday, yeah. Saturday, I don't think I have any plans for Saturday. But yeah, very nice. I can be very chatty at work if I have stuff to do that I don't want to do. Honestly, same. Yeah. Like, especially like at lunch with my work bestie. Like, we will talk about like the most mundane things to not go back to work. But yeah. So yeah, I wanted to show you the books that I got today because we had a book swap at work. Yeah, we're kind of a fun company like that. It is very nice. Like, yeah, I do like this stuff. These events, like there are all kinds of events, and this is like a annual, biannual. So yeah, it was already last year. Last year I got the book, this book, The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. Still haven't read it, but yeah, I was still on my TBR, and since I want to read all of the books that I got before 2025 this year, it should get read this year. So yeah, and last year I also was surprised to even find like some English books there because I expected that it would be mostly Czech because, you know, like not that many people read books in English. I think not that many people, like Czech people, read almost exclusively in English as I do. But I guess that quite a few people read English books here and there. So yeah, last year there were a few, and this year there are actually quite a lot of English books, like maybe like a quarter or a third of all of the books there. But I didn't end up picking up any fiction, but I picked up 2 nonfiction books, which like I'm so happy about because they wouldn't be cheap if I bought them. So yeah, I got this absolute like Bible. Like, this is so heavy. Like, it's a break. It's a weapon. Like, you shouldn't be allowed with this like to the plane, you know. And this is Eating Healthy, or We Eat Healthy, during the whole year, and it's like a seasonal cookbook. So yeah, no specific diet necessarily, but like health focused and focused on fresh ingredients that are seasonal. So I love the concept, and yeah, so I just leafed through the whole book just now during the sprints, and I saw so many recipes that I'm interested in. So yeah, and I also love how it's done. This is a workout. I'm weak. So yeah. So you kind of start at one side and you go, and then like you do spring and summer, and then it flips and you continue like from the other side. So yeah, it's so well done. Also, like the photography is stunning, which I love. Yeah, I just want to show you some pretty picture maybe. I don't know. Here is some like strawberry galettes. Also, I want to show you one that I think they didn't think through. And I do apologize in advance, but I mean, make sure you're not eating right now. Well, maybe you won't find it funny, but like, it's called beef kebabs on a stick. And this is the picture. I don't know. Like, what do you think? that was like the only one that doesn't necessarily look so appetizing. But yeah, otherwise I am thrilled. And yeah, it's now spring, so I can like start from the beginning, use some seasonal things like asparagus will soon come into season, and yeah, then like every season has like chapters, so there's like, you know, potatoes, carrot, asparagus, strawberries. So yeah, I'm excited. Like I never used to cook from cookbooks, but like yeah, in the recent year or two I got into it a little bit, and I I just saw comments. I find that it's kind of helping me to cook from physical cookbooks, because like yeah, on the internet you have like unlimited number of recipes, but sometimes it gets kind of distracting, and like the recipe page is like cluttered, and sometimes it's not like an amazing experience. And also I get kind of like, you know, analysis paralysis, and there are so many to choose from, whereas like if I have a nice cookbook and I don't get distracted with other pages, it's just so nice. So yeah, very excited to find this. And yeah, I came for the beginning of the swap, and I saw this and I was like, okay, that's mine. But yeah, it wasn't like anyone was like fighting for it. But yeah, that was the first one. And then I also saw another one, and that is Outlive: The Science and Art of Longevity by Peter Attia, MD. So yeah, this is another one of those like health related books. I read a few recently, and yeah, I just find them quite like fun to read. Or I just like to read them, even though sometimes it can be a bit frustrating when like you know, when you're reading it as a person with chronic health issues, and sometimes it's like, you know, the chapters on gluten are always fun, because it's like you don't have to avoid gluten if you don't have celiac disease, of course. And I'm like, hey, it's me. But yeah, sometimes it can be like a bit frustrating to read. Also, I read some reviews very quickly, and I mean, it's kind of the case of like the male author, citing a lot of studies, and a lot of the studies were only done on men. So yeah, some people were kind of questioning if everything is super relevant for women as well. But yeah, I might give it a try. Also, like apparently like the author went on some mental health journey of like, you know, grew up with like a lot of toxic masculinity or something, and then like maybe it improved for him. So yeah, could be fine. I mean, it was for free. So why not, you know? It's also interesting how like every author of these books like is saying something different, so you kind of see different points of view, stuff like that. And yeah, the book I contributed to the book swap was The 24-Hour Cafe by Libby Page. But like when I was leaving work, it was still there, so no one claimed it. I guess the rest of the book is going to get like donated somewhere or something, so it's fine. But yeah, I was very happy with the haul, but like it was a lot to carry. But yeah, now it's home. Okay. Thanks for watching my TBI video. Of course. I almost watched it like during lunch break, but then it was so distracting like around me. So I was like, nope, I'm going to watch it afterwards when I have my peace. I really want to read 13th Tale. Yeah, I heard it's like similar to The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So I'm also quite intrigued, a little bit intimidated maybe, because I guess it's more like a literary, a little bit. And I don't read a lot of literary anymore. But yeah, everyone basically is saying good things about it, so should be good. I read the 13th Tale many years ago and remember loving it, but nothing else. I still own it though. Maybe it's time for a reread, or maybe a better read. I mean, that could be fun. Yeah, we could arrange it. I mean, I have no idea when I'm going to be reading it actually. So, but yeah, if in the next months, either of you or anyone else who is watching wants to read it, maybe let us know and we will see if we can arrange it. Make sure you're not eating right now. Me preparing it right now. I mean, as long as it's not kebabs on a stick. Nice haul. Yeah, I'm very happy. Like the rest of the books, like the fiction books, were kind of, uh, you know, kind of the very popular crime books, kind of older ones. There's actually like Dan Brown book, so maybe maybe you would snatch that. But yeah, I'm not really interested in his books. But yeah, kind of the similar thriller genre that I don't really read much, at least anymore. And yeah, there are kind of some modern classics or books I already read. And yeah, just some random nonfiction books, like book about cacti or like, more cookbooks. There was a cookbook in Italian, which was super neat, but like I would have to translate everything and that would be tedious. Like for that, it would be better if it were online. But yeah, it was very, very nice. So I was really nice to find something like to my interest. As a health researcher, these live longer books always make me cringe. Yeah, it's kind of the dude biohacking thing, but I don't know. I just find them entertaining, partially. So, and yeah, it is interesting to compare them. Like when I read the How Not to Die, that was like from a like super plant-based perspective. That was like one egg like will basically kill you. And yeah, then I read like this book could save your life, which was like a totally different tone, different opinions and interpretations of some of the studies or different studies chosen. So yeah, I just find it quite fun. I haven't planned on reading it soon, but if any of you do and want to do a buddy read, I join whenever. Okay, yeah, I really don't know. Like, is definitely not like near my near the top of my TBR, but it needs to be read this year. And also, I don't want to put it off forever. But yeah, I kind of find this kind of struggle with buddy reads that like it rarely aligns with other people. Like even if I want to read other books as other people, the schedule might be different. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing in the next sprint. I have some tasks that I could do, but that would require some energy, and I don't know if I have energy. Maybe because like I have a couple of books that I read, like nonfiction books, and I want to get rid of it, or in one case, I need to return it to a friend. And I wanted to take notes before I sell them or return them. But yeah, that seems like. But also, I've been putting it off. But yeah, maybe not today. Maybe I could actually read or do something fun. So yeah, let's go into another sprint. And yeah, 45 minutes again. I will decide on what I will do. And yeah, have fun. And I will talk to you in 45. Hello. How was your sprint? How did you do? Tell me everything. I tidy up the kitchen a little bit. The dishwasher is running. I hope it's not super loud, but yeah, I'm like behind on dishwasher because like not everything even fit in the dishwasher now. So I didn't clean all of it because I also had no energy to hand wash the things that don't go in the dishwasher. But the kitchen is partially cleaned. It is acceptable, and I will finish cleaning it tomorrow morning. And I made tea. So we have the return of the lavender mug this time. And I have vanilla ribbles, as I do on a lot of nights. And yeah, then I went to eat on the couch, which is just out of frame, right there. Everything is very close together in this apartment because it's tiny. And yeah, I read 2 chapters of I Hope This Finds You Well. And yeah, I was kind of thinking that since it's about this girl working in corporate office, reading it is a little bit like starting a second shift. But like now it was actually about her birthday. So she's 33. Guess how old I am. But yeah, fortunately, I can't relate to all of it because it's a bit grim. Yeah. I mean, that's good because like there's a lot of opportunity to some development and improvement, but right now she isn't very happy with her life at all. She hates her job, she hates her colleagues, she doesn't have any friends. And then there was some like a little bit of a backstory that she had a best friend and she died. This is still like chapter 3, so no spoilers. And yeah, her relationship with her parents is kind of like she doesn't have a relationship with her father really, and with her mom it's like the mom is constantly like oh, do your makeup or eat more fruit, and you know, that kind of relationship. So that's not great. And yeah, we got a new character. So there's like her neighbor kid. She's 12, and yeah, apparently she doesn't have great parents either. So like she might only live with her mom, and she always like sends her to play outside on her own. So yeah, she was kind of trying to chat with the main character. The main character wasn't really having it, but yeah, there's also potential for some like, you know, some kind of friendship. But yeah, so far like going slowly through it, but yeah, I assume that it will pick up. Also, when I'm less tired, I will probably be reading more quickly. But yeah, so far so good. But let's see. Hello, Chantel. I'm reading Shards of Earth by Adrian Tchaikovsky and playing Dreamlight Valley. Very nice. Yeah, sounds great. One of these days I'm going to read something by him, but not yet. I don't own anything, and yeah, I haven't seen it around like on the secondhand bookstore website, which is funny. Like that's the store where I like buy and sell books all of the time. They have an online shop with like a pretty vast selection, and then they have several branches, and they always send me like so many marketing emails, and like yeah, I could unsubscribe, but I find them quite funny because like they always send me like, you could like this, and it's like you know, as someone who reads so much, like I have my lists, like I have so many things that are already on my radar that like what you're going to suggest is probably not going to hit the mark. And also like I spent quite some time like going through the website and going through the new stuff. So if there's something that I might like, I've probably already seen it. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't buy books by him, I don't think. So yeah, it would have to be from the library, or I would have to just randomly find it in the secondhand bookstore. I had my dinner, called my mom, and in the next sprint I will actually read. Very nice. What was for dinner? Did you say? Maybe not. Yes, a huge mug love. Yeah. Yeah, like sprints are nice because like sometimes in the evening I forget to make tea, or I just don't feel like it, and I just drink water. And at work, like on my office, because like if I'm home, I usually like the whole day. I will usually drink like a couple of teas during the day. If I'm at the office, I have my black tea in the morning there. That's like the routine that like I get to work, I make black tea with soy milk or whichever plant milk we have in the fridge, and I have breakfast. Then I have coffee after lunch, and sometimes I will have another tea in the afternoon, but a lot of the time I forget or don't bother. And yeah, sometimes I get home and continue to not bother. So yeah, during sprints, and it's like, okay, sprinting, reading time. So I usually remember that I should make tea in the evening because it's nice. I made and ate dinner, made gluten-free spaghetti for the first time, and they were really good. Glad I found a brand that does it well. Feel free to share because, I mean, we might not have it here, but also we might. I usually use the Rumo brand, which I guess is Italian. But yeah, I really love. I basically only buy pasta from them, well, most of the time. So I really love their spaghetti, fusilli, and penne. And then, like sometimes I will buy panzani or barilla because the Rumo ones they only have it at the online grocery store. So like if I go to a store, they're more likely to have panzani. But like nothing is better than Rumo. Like from what is available here. Like I believe that like maybe in Italy or somewhere like there are maybe better brands, but yeah, Rumo is absolutely the best that I've tried. It's so slow. I'm listening on accelerated speed. Yeah, sometimes I do too. But yeah, when I was like in the last month, I was listening to a couple of memoirs, and those I would actually listen to at normal speed. Because like especially when it's narrated by a person who is not an audiobook narrator, like if it's a memoir read by the celebrity, they often will just narrate it like at normal speed, whereas I feel that audiobook narrators will narrate slowly on purpose and like announce it clearly so that when you speed it up it's much more understandable. So yeah, sometimes when it's like a person just speaking, I don't really speed it up because yeah, it's the good speed. But yeah, normal audiobooks are usually narrated quite slowly to listen to at 0 speed. But yeah, I can't do like I guess I was like in past I was listening to fiction at maybe like 1.5, maybe like 2 at most if it was really understandable for me. But yeah, I definitely couldn't do more. Like that would be just a blur, and maybe like I would get the gist. So like if I'm ever listening to something that like I just need to get the gist, just let it pass through my brain, I could probably do like 2.5. But I mean obviously also I'm not a native speaker, so that probably also is a slight disadvantage, and native speakers might be able to do it more easily, like at 2. Or 3.0 speed. I had leftover pasta salad and fried a broccoli patty with it. Delicious. Sounds amazing. Yeah. I use gluten-free barilla. It's corn and rice blend. Yeah, barilla is quite nice, even though, yeah, I mean, most of them are kind of corn and rice, but for some reason, like some brands like Rumo, ours is better. But yeah, Barilla is acceptable. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. I just put the kettle on. Sure. I'm also better with drinking tea when sprinting. Yeah, it just goes together, doesn't it? I work with now the program froze. It's been freezing all day and I really don't have patience for this. We'll have to redo the last bit tomorrow. That is so annoying. Yeah, I absolutely hate this. This week when I was editing my new video, like the one that went up yesterday. Oh yeah, it was yesterday. Like I finished it and edited it yesterday and uploaded it yesterday. So yeah, while I was editing it, like my editing program suddenly froze, and it didn't used to do that. But yeah, that was the first time it froze. Like after I reinstalled Windows, so I lost a little bit of work, and it was just annoying. But yeah, at work sometimes like when there's no stress and no deadlines, like when something freezes, I'm like, well, now I can't work. But yeah, it can be definitely very frustrating, especially like if you're working in the evening because you want to get stuff done. So yeah, that's annoying. They were the Barilla spaghetti. Could you spell or DM me the brand you use? I don't think I got it. Sure. Okay, let's double check. I know how to spell it actually. Yeah. It is. Looking at it, yeah, it is Italian. Founded in 1846. And yeah, it is. It is spelled like this, just Rumo. And yeah, they do normal ones and gluten-free ones, and the gluten-free ones have like a blue stripe, kind of. And yeah, they are so good. And I'm just looking at the ingredients. Yeah, it's like whole grain rice, corn, more rice, potato starch. Yeah, it's very good. And I'm glad we get the brand here, even though it's not like easily accessible in all stores. Like my local store, which I like for like fruit and vegetables and stuff, and they even have tofu. Like imagine, and some gluten-free stuff. They do have some gluten-free stuff, but like when it comes to pasta, they only have this really bad brand of pasta, which is Sam Smells. For one thing, it's not that good at all. And for another thing, like they were repeatedly caught like with above the limit for gluten in their products. So I don't buy them. But yeah, that's the brand that's like in my local store. So sometimes it's just not very convenient. So and that's one of the reasons I just most often buy groceries online, because in the online grocery store I can just get stuff like bread and pasta. That's actually good. I always watch videos at 1.75 speed. Okay. I never speed up my audiobooks. No idea why. Yeah. It's kind of the thing that like the creators get like how to watch time. But I understand. Some like in the past I watched like videos speeded up, and these days I don't really do that much anymore, because I don't know, like yeah, you can get through more videos. So sometimes like if you want to catch up on videos, it can be good. But yeah, a lot of the people I just like to watch them like at the normal speed. It's kind of more chill. But yeah, I definitely did that in the past. And yeah, sometimes if I have a video that maybe it's not like super engaging, I might speed it up. And yeah, I know that sometimes like I don't talk super fast in English, which is annoying because like my brain cannot catch up that quickly with grammar and vocabulary, while like when I'm speaking in Czech, sometimes I ramble like super quickly. So yeah, sometimes I get frustrated like by my own videos. So I totally get when people speed them up, because sometimes I take a while to express my thoughts. And yeah, I get annoyed by me. I never heard of that brand before. We'll check it out. Sure, I'm glad I could have shared that, because yeah, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes when people start eating gluten-free, like usually because they have to, they're like, oh my god, what is this? Like I had some gluten-free pasta and it was disgusting. And I'm like, yeah, been there, but yeah, there are some good brands. Fortunately, because that would be sad. Like if I couldn't eat any pasta, that would be devastating actually. So like it's good that even if I couldn't eat like corn or rice, there's still like other pasta. It might not be that great. It's like, chickpea pasta or like lentil pasta, which is not as great, but it's still pasta. And if you use like enough sauce, all pasta is kind of, edible. Sometimes you just need to like cover it a little bit, but yeah. I've never tried the gluten-free ones, but I like the, I don't know how to say that. I should learn like the basics of Italian pronunciation, because it gets embarrassing. The secco, maybe. I'll have to try to see whether they have room here. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of that brand. Most of the time I speed videos up to, if I don't, my brain starts wandering and then I won't listen to what they're actually saying. Yeah, I understand. That can definitely be a thing. Yeah, like lately I'm just watching YouTube like to like fully chill. So yeah, I just really like watching at a very chill pace. And also like when it's a vlog and there's like the music, it's kind of weird when it's sped up. But yeah, if it's like a long talking video, that can be very useful. But okay, I think we can do one last sprint, because yeah, I am quite tired. But yeah, I think I might actually want to like look up if I can sell some books like right away, because when I sell books, I either use the main one, and it's like the system of you get them the books and they price them and they put them up on their website, and then if they sell, you get your cut. And sometimes it can take weeks or months. But then there's also one other website where like I can look it up how much they would pay me right away, and then you get it like within a week. So that's great. Sometimes their prices are like super low. Like some things they might not accept because they have too many of them already. Sometimes it's like €1, to which I'm like, okay, never mind. But yeah, some books, like especially like nonfiction books, you can get like a decent price, like €4 or €5. So yeah, I might look that up to help with this month's cash flow. And yeah, maybe kind of start on the notes, like from the nonfiction books that I finished. Because yeah, I don't feel like I'm in the biggest reading mood tonight. So might do a little task like that. And if everything fails, I will just watch YouTube, because that can also be productive, like when you're watching an educational video or catching up on friends' videos or whatnot. So yeah, let's do one more sprint. And yeah, I guess we can still do like 45. It is fine. So yeah, good luck with what you're doing, and I will talk to you in 45. Hello. How's the last sprint for you? I looked at the books that I could sell right now at the bookstore that gives you money right away. And I found 4 books I can sell. Not many, because I need to read more books from my TBR so that I can sell more. But yeah, I can get rid of The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Read it this month and didn't love it. Then I can get rid of Honey Girl and Morgan Rogers. Read it last month and didn't love it. And then I can get rid of Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Renee Edo-Loch, which I read this month and I did love it, but I can also get rid of it. And This Book Could Save Your Life by Graham Lawton. Enjoyed it, but I can get rid of it. And if I give them these 4 books, I can get like the equivalent of around 10 euros right away, which I think is pretty good. Because like in the other bookstore, I might wait weeks or months and at the end like get at a similar price. Because like, yeah, they take like 40% minus like €2 fee. So when the like buy price isn't that high, you kind of also get pennies. So yeah, but before I do that, I definitely want to take some notes or like, yeah, just go through This Book Could Save Your Life and Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. Yeah, to see if there's anything I want to note. And I actually started making notes for This Book Could Save Your Life. And I made it to page 20. And I wrote like 240 words of notes. So yeah, this one is like he has chemical background, so it's kind of scientific. And yeah, there were some parts that I wanted to just note down because like there are some like the scientific bits that I keep reading over and over again in various books, but I never really remember it. So maybe like if I read it more times, if I note it down, I will like remember like, I don't know, the abbreviations for like good and bad cholesterol and stuff like that. So yeah, started making notes, but I just don't have a good system for like making notes. Like I'm barely ever at my desk. Like these days I'm only at my desk when I'm sprinting. Like yeah. Yeah, I just do most of the things on the couch. And it's just not practical. Like it's not ergonomical. Like for one thing, I don't have a light here, so there's not that much light. And also like I have a huge keyboard, so like I don't know where to put the book, and then I'm kind of like in weird positions, and it's not good. I don't like it. Then my back hurts and everything, so I don't know how to take notes. Maybe like I could dictate notes, but then I feared that would be a mess. Like I like to format it in a specific way and stuff like that. So yeah, taking notes is hard, and like I don't ever take notes anymore, like because I don't study from books anymore, like almost never. So yeah, we'll have to figure out like some system for taking notes. But yeah, I'm done for tonight. But yeah, I will go through the books before I go sell them, so that's fine. I can probably do it like within a few days and then get my cash. So yeah, so that was my sprint. I didn't really do anything else, I guess. Kitty is 19 pages into Sorcery of Thorns, liking so far. Yay, sounds good. Nice progress. I finally decided what to do now. I started the second graphic novel of his Dark Materials. Good. I had my tea and an orange, posted on EG, and chatted with a few people about the show I watched. Yeah, what is it called, by the way? But yeah, we will wrap it up shortly. And yeah, next week I won't be sprinting because I will be out of town. And like technically, I think I return home like I won't be home. I won't be away like for the entirety of the weekend. But once I'm back, I will probably be very very tired because of the nature of the journey, which I will tell you like during or afterwards, because I think it will be quite tiring. But yeah, I probably won't be doing any sprints next week, and in April, I'm not really sure about. Yeah, I might not like restart regular sprinting, especially on a weekday, because it's kind of a lot doing it after and a day in the office. Like, yeah, I've been doing it for 2 months now, like every week, and it worked like schedule wise. But yeah, the office days are just so exhausting that yeah, I don't know. I will have some time off in April, probably in the second half or near the end. So some sprints might happen, and yeah, I might be more inclined to do like less regular sprints, but like maybe on a weekday. So since Barbara is usually sprinting on Saturday, then maybe like some Sundays, or if Barbara is not sprinting on Saturday and I have time on Saturday, then maybe I can do that sometimes. But yeah, maybe we will switch to non-regular schedule for sprints. The show is called Secret Relationships. It's Korean and queer. 8 episodes long. Sounds good. Sounds gay. Come in. I have the that's like the slogan I have on a coaster that I got in Manchester. I'm off next Friday and could make a little trip to Zurich. DM me if you want to meet. Oh yeah, okay, great. I was wondering if you know your schedule already. So yeah, great. Let's DM. I will write you. But okay, thanks everyone for coming into sprints. And yeah, as I said, I don't know when I will see you next, but I definitely want to keep uploading videos every week. So there is that. Yeah, that is kind of a bigger priority right now than necessarily like sticking to a weekly sprinting schedule. So yeah, I should be hopefully uploading every week. And yeah, thanks for sprints, always fun. Thank you for joining. It was fun, and yeah, we got some things done. So it was great. Good night. Hope everyone is getting a good rest. Yes, definitely. So yeah, have a great night, and see you when I see you. Okay, bye.